Good afternoon, Philippines, and we welcome you to the country's premier league in League of Legends, Tabacca's Pro Gaming Series 2017 Summer Split. Drive your energy. The country's best teams battle it out for the one slot in GPL, but this time, 2 slots for Worlds. Worlds on the line. I am Vulcan, your shoutcaster for Match 1, and with me is Rockhard.
That's right, and we are going to have a very important matchup for today. These games are going to be most likely going to indicate who is going to go into relegation and who is going to stay in the PGS, and this is very important for all teams involved.
All teams involved in this week 4. We are on day 2, by the way, so second to the last week, all teams are on their edge, but let's look at the schedule to see what's coming up. The first match, definitely one of the big names, MSK against Infuse, followed by match 2, Imperium Pro Team versus Jengski Esports.
Yeah, and we also have match 3, that's Ashen Arena versus TNC Pro Team.
So we have a really nice lineup for you guys to watch, but let's have a recap of the standings. Know that we are on our second day, so let's see where the teams stand. And wow, I gotta say, Team Manila Eagles, one of the most impressive teams entering a summer split with a perfect streak of 12 wins, entitling them for 18 points.
That's right, and what we're going to have to focus here on these games that we're going to see next is that Ashen Arena will have a maximum of 5 points if they can sweep the 2-0 on the games today, because this is going to be their last, followed by, of course, it's going to also depend on Infused and Jengski's performances as well. How bad Infused and Jengski is going to perform is going to determine who's going to get relegated, who's going to stay, and of course, everyone wants to stay. It is a very important slot to stay in the PGS because we're nearing week 5, very near the end, and basically this is home stretch, baby.
Yeah, and also note that the format for the PGS is very cutthroat in a way that when you are on the 8th place, you get auto-relegated. 5, 6, 7, you are at risk of being promotions and relegations, while the top 4 will be heading up to the playoffs. But we've been talking about the players, but let's go to the viewers out there. I hope you're excited because we are still running our promo, the Share and Win. How this is work is that you will be seeing that code itself. Share that hashtag code on your Facebook timeline, make it public. Using that code, copy the stream link and share it publicly.
That's right.
We will have 5 winners, 5 mystery gift giveaway for 5 random winners.
Yeah, that's very exciting. And also, don't forget, we have a digital fan art contest where you will be submitting your artworks, and it will be composed of 1 player per team. It can be most likely the one that highlights the star player, or maybe just someone you like. And for more information, just go to esports.garena.ph/PGS.
You'll have the honor of your artwork being presented in the Rampage stage. It is a huge honor for anyone, and to our players out there, I hope you're excited. Rampage 2017 is coming close, the stage for the finals of the Pro Gaming Series.
I know I am, and most likely, of course, we have Team Manila Eagles locking in the spot, because especially yesterday, you saw how dominant they were on showing off their skills. Even though they were pretty secure, they stomped those last games. And that was against TNC.
And it's like, despite having a 100% win rate and you're already secured for a seed, why not keep it that way? Keep it clean and bring that record towards the final stage, and probably, maybe they might make it to GPL, but we cannot doubt that Mineski, IPT, AEX, and Jengski, they're still not yet outside the game.
Yeah, they do have games to play, and still, these games are going to determine who's going to be in the playoffs. So we have 4 teams still. You can't just say that TME is, oh my god, they have 0 losses. They're at 100% win rate. They're most likely going to be the ones to represent us. I don't think that's the case.
Yes.
Because we still have Mineski here. We also have IPT. They will be fighting for that second place spot. They do have the chance to do it. They have the amount of games to do it. They have the points to do it. And basically, it is still any man's game.
Any man's game, but
for the top 4.
For the top 4. But now, let's get straight to the drafting phase of Match 1, Game 1 between Mineski on the blue side, or Infused on the red side. Opening bans, Galio, Gragas, and Atalia, whereas Infused, understandable bans, that would be a Shen and a Zac Elise. Target bans toward James and Tukaigu.
That's right. And the picks for Mineski, you'll be surprised. Nunu, someone who doesn't get picked as much. Although I like that Nunu is getting picked because this is actually one of the picks that I like to, especially I like to see this in the competitive scene. Because you know the rework with Iron Solari. That's actually it used to be just staples on supports. It now has a scaling. From the changes from the previous patch, it has a scaling shield which scales with your health. So that's why I like seeing Nunu, which is a very tanky jungler. And you also know there's a mastery, the Stonewall Pack, where it increases maximum HP as well. Overall, I think the patch has been gearing towards tanky jungles, and I like that the teams are picking it up. Also, compounding that, we have damage build up on the side of the top lane for Mineski with Kaigu locking in that Kled.
I like seeing Kaigo being on that offensive top lane, more of a duelist, split pusher, but we cannot doubt that Infused Esports also has something on their hands. And Ivern, as you said, the locket of the Iron Solari scales with maximum health. And I think Ivern, as a champion who has a lot of shield, he may rush that redemption and always shield his allies. And I think Ivern is such a potent champion when it comes to team clashes, especially when he calls in Daisy.
Yeah, Vulcan. We see here Kaigu, the matchup for today. Kaigu versus Pandars. It's a stark difference between the KDAs and the gold per minute. Although, what do you think? Do you think Kaigu can still pull up a dominant play over Pandars? Because I think Pandars kind of works well with Infused whenever they get the chance to do so. Although Kaigu does a lot of stand-alone carrying, I think Pandars can still pull off macro if given a chance.
Well, when it comes to KDA, it just goes to show that Kaigu will be having a higher kill participation, whereas with GPM and CS per minute, I gotta hands down it, it's on to Kaigu. So right now, Pandars will have a lot of room to grow and has to step up in this top lane matchup between Kaigu, one of Mineski's top laners. Mineski is a big name, so this is something that when you enter, you are prepared mentally, and you must also count that members of Mineski, they like to play it aggressive, macro-wise.
And although Infused, I think they drafted a composition wherein it's a massive shield comp. They wanna put all their power into this Tristana, and they built a team that will enable this. Otherwise, if Tristana does fail, it's gonna be up to a lot of Envy and Pandar's gameplay. What do you think? Will they be able to carry if the Tristana fails?
I think that, judging from the composition of Infused Esports, they do have the Orianna, Lulu, and the Ivern. So Liar has all these shields and safety in terms of defense, but they are bagging all onto Liar. So if Liar gets taken down, who will be delivering the damage? I mean, Envy will always be that Orianna to set that clash. Panthers on that Jarvan. They have really strong engages, but let's hands out to Mineski for that Kled and Nunu. We've seen Nunu jungle, and now we'll be seeing it onto the Rift. And here we are, live on the Rift. This is match 1, game 1 between Mineski versus Infused Esports. Let's see how it's going to turn out. This is the opening match of week 4, day 2.
That's right. And game 1 for Mineski and Infused. We've been weighing the compositions since the drafting phase. Pero who do you think is going to have a better early game? Because I think it's gonna be reliant on who takes first blood. These compositions, they have for Mineski, it's more of a spread out damage. Oh, we have an invade. I think that's good. That's like, game sense.
Game sense right there from Infused. Wards are being placed. They've been spotted. 5-man invasion will not happen. So we're seeing Infused. They are guarding the entrances of their jungle.
And they know that they have to do this. On the composition they created, of course, the Tristana is going to be the focus here. We did have a matchup for top and bottom, but you know that Infused will have to rely on the AD carry and the safety that Liar can provide in order to succeed. And most likely, this is going to happen in the late game or mostly mid game if they can pull it off. That's why they're going to they're going for a more smoother, the more safer level 1s.
And now we'll be seeing that James starting the blue side for Mineski. So when it comes to ganking, who do you think will be prioritized in this game? If you go by what you said from the matchup, Infused on the Tristana, wouldn't it be common sense for any team to shut down Tristana?
Of course. It's very common sense for Tristana to be shut down early, especially if you have the composition to do it. The fresh hooks, it's gonna be reliant on TG, on how well he can land those hooks, and whether or not James will go down into the bottom lane.
Yes, and in the bottom lane matchup, Celestial, one of Mineski's new players, is entering the PGS. Let's see what he has to offer in this summer split, because this is the first time we've seen Celestial play, so let's hope his debut will be a good one. Sachi taking some damage in, and wow, a lot of damage dishing out from Celestial.
So far, so good for Celestial. He's able to do it properly, and he's able to micro as well as you can expect for a Caitlyn. And Lulu is he's gonna have his work cut out for him.
Lulu's support is very burst oriented, but when he can't even get close, especially onto Caitlyn's range, you're at a disadvantage.
Yun ang problema with Lulu. You have to get into position para gumana siya. And if you're not in position to pull out your burst, basically you're trickling damage that might not even hit Caitlyn, because especially if mechanically gifted ka like Celestial, most likely, diba, you're gonna be able to dodge out very easily.
Look at that, Mineski really pushing out their bottom lane to under the turret, so this will give Lyra a harder time, but may entitle XD XP for a clean gank. But when it comes to mid-lane matchup, leave it to Exosen to deal that damage to pressure Envy under his turret.
Of course, Exosen being a former AD carry, you can expect his early game to be very highly mechanical, and that's where he gets a lot of his advantages. That's why Mineski is basically in the middle of the ladders these games. There's a lot of it is from Exo, and as well as from the rotations that James creates. Although kay James medyo madedelay siya ng konti because of course Nunu's ganks, he doesn't have the hard CC to enable low-level ganks. Although he does enable ganks in the later part of the game.
Yeah, he does have the slow, but looking at the passing of James, he does have higher CS, and now he's showing himself on the brush side of Infuse. Envy spots him with a ward, pings here and there. They know what's up. Exo manages to land a stun. Where is James? He pops his heal, not again. The slow is there. Envy's very low, but it'll be James.
Oh, so close.
Down.
Oh god, this is the invade that you were talking about. Just a small amount of slow is able to do a lock-on. And if you compound that with someone who has hard CC, like Exo, you can make a successful gank. Almost, almost successful. He was able to burn up a lot of farm for Envy, and that he's gonna need some time to get back into the lane.
Yeah, when you gank as a Nunu, you have to heal, and that kind of baits the enemy to think that you might be able to take them down.
Right.
But that sudden clutch heal with the Devour will be game-changing. So I think James is doing a good job pressuring the mid lane, but hands down the bottom lane will be one of the highlights in this game.
That's right, and so far both junglers are staying pretty far away from bot lane, because they know they will need some time in order to do
Liar's rocket jump gets denied. The hook will not connect. Liar is very low. He does have his heal, but here comes XDXP for the counter gank. Ooh, Celestial manages to dodge that. XDXP still making his way in, just poking down the health of the bot lane of Mineski.
Wow, this is where you're gonna see that thing coming in from the junglers, where they will try to pressure the bot lane, especially to give Liar some sort of safety to farm. Pero of course, it's not always gonna be successful, because with Fresh and Caitlyn, very easy to disengage.
Yeah, and note that Celestial still have 2 summoners up, so the gank that XGXP did was more of a warning shot, but in the blue side of Infused, James is chasing down XGXP, just really scaring away from his jungle. But TG goes in for the flash and flay. XGXP dodges that hook.
Yeah, they're burning a lot of summoners now. This is what they need to do. Mineski, if they want to cement the early game lead that I think they should have. Speaking of...
Kaigu making an aggressive flash play for the first blood of the game. Almost 6 minutes in.
Partner, this is where it's gonna come in. Yung advantages sa KDA na sinasabi natin kanina in the early game stats. This is where you're gonna see them.
Yep.
You can build from this. Jarvan is not gonna be as effective if he gets down in damage.
Oh, Exo landing that stun. Envy is very low. Oh, will be Exosen taking his first kill
A
in
solo
the
kill.
mid lane. A solo kill.
Oh my god. Exosense mechanics, wala na tayong masasabihin dyan. He knows what to do.
And he knows his damage output. That was such a clean ult and a kill. So that would be 2 kills for Mineski. So Kaigu, he did get the first blood. He will get that Tiamat. And when you get a Tiamat on that Kled, that's going to be spelled nightmare for a Jarvan. And if ever bot lane does get overpushed, there'll be the teleport play.
That's right. And from that Tiamat, magsa-snowball na yan dire-diretso.
Yeah, he'll keep pushing that lane.
Because of the AoE damage that will be coming from Kled, dire-diretso na yan. And now you can see because of the pressure that Mineski is forcing from Infuse. Oh my god.
Oh, Liar almost got denied with his rocket jump. TG with those plays, really denying Liar's only escape tool, but still, Liar does have a flash and heal for safety.
And gusto ko yung ginagawa ng Mineski dito. Alam nilang medyo low yung mana ni Lulu, so hindi siya basta-bastang maglalabas ng skills. So that's why they're pushing it down. And because of the pushing down that Mineski is doing, they're enabling things like an early jungle from an early dragon from James.
That's going to be very difficult for Infuse to contest that early Drake, because this is going to be an Infernal Drake for Mineski. So when it comes to the second time that Infuse wants to contest, it'll be difficult. Ball is being pushed out. Top lane is doing a really good job, especially Kaiko, pushing Pandar's under his turret. He is free to roam, and he's level 7. He might make a play in the mid lane, probably maybe soon enough.
Well, it'll take time for that to happen. And if you do that, nako, si Kled may iwan, he's gonna push all the way to your tower, most like all the way to the inner. So, mahirap kay Pandar. Mahirap malaman kung kailan ka dapat mag-teleport kasi you have to keep shoving the lane. If you want to make a teleport play, di ba? You have to shove the top lane all the way to the tower. Pero oh my god, that was a miss.
XDXP wards that. James is making his way in. Exosen popped his ghost, trying to contest this red buff. Pandars is not yet responding. It'll be Kaigu showing up first. Blastgun is ready for some escape. XDXP trying to scout up the brushes, but that will be a successful intake from the red buff. Kaigu goes in for the charge, tags in Daisy. XDXP is very low. That will be the bear trap on the rope, securing kill for Kaigu.
Wow, ang linis nun. There was like, they were confident that they were now.
Oh, the shockwave will connect on the Kaigo. He's very low. Will he be going on Skarl? But it will not happen. Envy takes the kill and a blue buff.
Envy's revenge kill, very, very sakto. I know that you like to highlight Kaigo, but that thing that Kaigo did, the dive, where he went to the other side, I think that was way over the top. He could have maybe kited backwards into James. That was a sort of a positional mistake that usually doesn't happen. And I like that Infuse did capitalize on it. Because that's what you need to do as Infused. You have to capitalize on these small mistakes. And wow, Keystone Masteries, you kind of expect that for, again, this is what I was highlighting. Wind Speakers for the Ivern because of the shields, and Stoneborn Pact for that Nunu for his health. And although I don't know if Nunu's gonna build this thing I like where he's gonna go Iron Safari, most likely he will go tanky. Oh my god, that was so super close.
Very close. XP making his way in. He does have the flash. The stun will not connect, but that is a worry for Envy that he did get a kill and a blue buff. That's very rewarding. May help him catch up in terms of gold deficit from Exosen. He did give a kill, and the CS lead is onto Exosen's side.
And alam mo, konting ano lang yun konting pahinga lang yun for Exosen, because most likely Envy will be back with the blue buff. The lanes are already pushed in. So it's gonna be medyo alanganin pag pumush siya pabigla sa mid ng paback si Exosen. So, kasi Exosen, ang ganda ng wave management niya. Like, he knows where the waves are at every given moment, and that's when, ayan, like ngayon, kanina, focus siya sa mid, right? Yung waves, push sa mid, now it's safe to back. And that's what you want to do if you're ahead. Like, you want to be able to have those waves crash into the tower para ma-deny yung experience.
So with the efficiency that Exosen is doing in the mid lane, I think this entitles Mineski for an easier Infernal Drake take, because it will be live very close. This is going to be an intense, because if Mineski gets the second trick of the game, which is going to be the second Inferno. That's bad news for Infused. XDXP going in, does not connect. Very close. Actually, managed to flash that.
So that was very worth for Infused to burn a flash using an ultimate with a 120-second cooldown most likely and just a single walk-up from XDXP.
Very close though.
Yeah, although magkakaproblema sila getting the Drake because of the Scuttler area being warded.
Oh, that would be Liar. Gets played in. He does get trapped in battle. Huge lockdown onto Sachi. Liar goes away with the rocket jump. And XDXP there for the safeguard.
Yeah, talagang kita mo yung focus na ni XDXP dito sa bote. And the top laners are not on top right now. They are trying to focus on the mid lane. They're trying to make something happen.
Yes.
And that's basically the focus of top lane. Kasi yung top laners na to, aside from Kaigu, if you're a Jarvan, you're not gonna like solo carry with that. You'll have to rely on the other laners, a good teleport play, or maybe you just walk into it, and that's where you make your impact.
Yes, and that impact is shown by Kaigo because he is known to be pushing a lot.
Yeah.
So that entitles him to invade that jungle side. We did see James really going in for a kill. Envy, do not let your full HP fool you. That is a Syndra we are talking about. That's a free proc on the Thunderlord's Decree plus the burst, single shot burst from Exocet.
That's correct, and this is what you want to do as well when this is what happens when they're junglers that are they're very fast in clearing. They can pressure lanes all day. They're like non-stop sa top, non-stop sa mid. Ito, nasa bottom naman ngayon. That's what you want. That's what a good thing. Because Ivern, you know the way he clears, diba? He just makes whole camps disappear. And Nunu, of course, has Consume, and he mobilizes very quickly. So, maganda yung ginagawa ng mga junglers. It's creating a very high-pressure situation, although that's not usually good in favor of Infused. Because they have a Tristana that wants to stay late.
Yes, and we're going to be expecting that TG will be making those aggressive plays we've been seeing in the early phase of the game. Whereas for Liar, he really has to time his rocket jump correctly in order for him not to be caught by TG's hook or flay.
Yeah, it's the rocket jumps, again, these can be cancelled very easily because ito yung mga escapes na medyo telegraph kung kailan mangyayari.
Oh.
May animation. Whoa, easy kill there for solo kill there for Exo again and over.
And this is the power of a Nunu jungle. He will be there as soon as the Drake spawns. Mineski just takes that away. That is the power that Nunu brings into this game. He has 2 smites. And
that's right.
Despite you having a, let's say, level 11, you cannot out-smite that Q.
Oh, with the Kaigo go in.
Kaigo goes in on the turret. Amis is going to be joining in. He does smite Daisy, so Daisy will be going home. Kaigo still has Carl for the protection, but in the bottom lane we did see that TG got taken down by Liar. Celestial is all alone. This is prone to be overpushed for Infused.
Yeah, I like that. I like the calculated dodge there from Kaiku. That dive was very good because you knew that the Scarl dismount is going to give you a bit of invulnerability. So we see here an easy solo kill. It was unexpected from Exo. Envy did not even see it coming. And you see that medyo kampante siya kasi nandun siya sa ano, 'di ba? Nandiyan sa gilid yung jungler niya. Pero when you zoom in forward, nagkamali. So yung pwesto, nalugi pa si Envy, and from the recall, dun siya namatay.
So XDXP with the small assist for Exozen with that rush, giving that false security.
That's right. And although props to Exo for doing that, but also Envy, you shouldn't recall near a brush. Even though you're under tower, you're technically near a brush, you're still in range.
Yes, do not underestimate the range that a Syndra can do. And the stuns radius is very huge. So now, Mineski, great macro play. They have the objectives check, Rift Herald, 2 Infernals. But now, we just need to see them push the turrets and close the game because they have a huge lead so far. And Infused, they are having a hard time. When it comes to the late game, I think Infused is going to catch up, especially that Tristana.
Pero ang problema, partner, kailan pa dadating kaya yung activation ni Tristana? Maybe you can see that on 3 items or 2 items, but right now we're at 1.5, and Mineski already wants to end it.
We do see that some pro teams, they do end the game in 20 minutes,
right.
80 minutes. One highlight is AEX. Liar going in for 1v1 against Celestial. He's very low. Oh, the crit! But the wild growth will help. Ace in the hole will be blocked. by Sachi.
I like the confidence there of Liar, pero he didn't account for the amount of damage and lifesteal that Warlords is giving on the Caitlyn.
Here comes Axel. Yeah, the lifesteal is something that you have to watch out for. The energized attack, not to mention that headshot count, is something that caught Liger off guard. If Sachi was not there, Celestia will be getting a kill. But now, he did rush that Infinity Edge.
Oh, I think Infuse wants something to happen here in the bot lane.
Oh, DG though, trying to land a hold, does not connect. So this will be Mineski's third turret of the game. James going for a flank. The stun does not connect onto Envy. He does get slowed. That would just be a warning shot from Infuse.
Yeah, and this is Mineski showing that we have you boxed in. You better be afraid and you better hide in those brushes.
You are not safe anywhere. You have to ward even the brush of Ivern. So any brush you see, expect that Mineski will be there. And seeing that James still has the Rift Herald, that's going to be bad news for Infuse. They might go mid, they might go bot. But judging how Kaigo is playing top lane, I could say they can just run it down mid.
That's right. And this is again, wow, they're going to be doing an offensive here.
Oh, the Rift Herald will be spawned
Rift Herald
on the base. So inside the base itself, deep inside, will make a slow approach. Oh, here it comes.
Meanwhile, on top,
oh, Pandas is just soaking up so much damage. Kaigo goes in for a charge. There's the shield. Redemption will not heal. Pandas just he goes in for the Cataclysm lockdown. Kaigo is in big trouble. Under the turret, he does not have Scarl back. And it will be XGXP securing the kill, saving Pandas' life.
The amazing, this is the power of shield composition, and this is why you need to ban them out. The Lulu high priority pick sana yun, you should have banned it out. Although I'm sure they had a lot of things in their minds when picking the draft. Pero this is why you shouldn't do dives on shielding comps. They can whittle you out in, even if you're like 100%, and even if 10% na hindi na dive mo. You saw that happen there. The shields from Ivern and Lulu basically demolished that. Right now in the bot lane though, bumabawi sila.
Yeah, they did not use the Rift Herald efficiently, but they are trying to make work using the 3-lane bot, but it will be Pandars invading their side. There is the box for the slow zone. Maybe trying to convert Shockwave Blade. It does connect onto James, but Axel comes in for the flank. Pandars is very low. Axel goes on to Envy. He still survives. There's the sun. Exit the hole will not be available. Just get Celestial gets a kill. Kaigo will be securing the kill onto Liar. So Ace in the hole still available.
Why? They're not
the
done.
stun will not connect onto Pandars. He had his flash.
Wow, ang ganda na CC layering ng Mineski. Once you had Tristana on the line with the death sentence, instant bahabol yung bear trap on the rope. And from here, I think Mineski wants everything.
They are tracking down the inhibitor, and if Celestial had a bit more mana, that would be another kill.
Exactly.
Very close.
They weren't even done at that point, and Jarvan could have fell if they had just enough mana. So I think Infuse, that's going to give Infuse some breathing room, but they're now an inhibitor down.
Yes, and also the Infernal Drake will be live. That's the third Infernal Drake. If they give this to Mineski, that's a free Rabadon.
That's
like a mini Rabadon. But here is the replay on what happened.
On the replay here, ang ganda sana ng setup ng Infuse. They want to go for it. They only caught one guy on the Shockwave, and because of that, EXO was able to position very carefully onto the rest of the members. Ayan no, Death Sentence, then Bear Trap on the hook. Instant kill, you can't even dodge, you can't even rocket jump out. And after this, it's basically cleanup. EXO said mechanical God, all the way in, flashes out.
Flashes in for the stun scout of the week. That is just cleanup. Yes, easy cleanup for Axelsen.
And that's kind of scary because that's what you don't want to happen. Ang ganda ng confidence ng Infuse. They want to pull the trigger because they know that's what they need to do. Pero you don't have enough firepower. And now, speaking of firepower, Triple Drake onto... Oh my god, onto Mineski. That's scary.
That is triple Infernal Drake. That's going to be 8 times 3, 24% more AD and AP.
Like you said, Rabadon.
Yes, a mini Rabadon death cap for each member. That's also skin with AD.
Rabadon with AD.
Yeah, Rabadon with AD. A mini Rabadon with AD for all of Mineski.
For a Caitlyn? Oh my gosh.
But I think it'll be Exozen capitalizing that a lot.
Oh naman. Ang laki ng scoreline kasi ni Exozen. Aside from the kill difference, you also have a CS difference, and he's basically going onto onto free items right now, and basically it's Morello for Envy, so that's kind of scary. Malaking malaking discrepancy in terms of damage for the mid laner. That's why you saw earlier, hindi sila maka-insta-kill, even though may nahuli sila sa Shockwave, because of the discrepancy in items.
So with the inhibitor down in the bot lane, Kaigo is pushing it very smoothly. Whereas Exo, he loves to split push too, so he's in the top side. Now we're seeing 3 members in the mid lane of Infuse.
Oh my god, this is so scary because now MSK, because of the triple dragon buff, they have 2 huge AD threats. Yung damage ni Kaigo is almost catching up to Caitlyn.
Oh.
So mandami mong babantayan.
Now they're going for the Baron. There are control wards placed, so Infuse is going in blind.
This is no contest at all.
No contest at all. This is no contest for
Parang sinabi mo, the whole game is no contest.
It's like...
So where do you think, how can Infuse get back into this game though?
I think that when it comes to getting back to the game, they had a chance before MSK got 3 Infernal Drakes. But the fact that they got 3 Infernal Drakes
and now a Baron buff.
The Baron buff.
Additional AD and AP. Bro.
Yeah, this is going to be MSK's closing
statement.
Yeah, closing statement. Because this is a monumental lead when it comes to objective, Gold League, 10,000, 3 Infernal Drink. How can you counter that? It's so difficult, and if a team can counter that, that just goes to show how gifted they are. But MSK, they are not gonna allow that. This will be the second inhibitor taken down, while Kaigo is in the top lane pushing out that lane.
Yeah, it's kind of scary how MSK closed this out in such a clean fashion. I mean, every lane is showing up mechanically. I can see very few mistakes on the side of MSK. Maybe some blunders on a dive from Kaigo, but that's basically a dive. That's because of the confidence that they have.
Oh, Daisy goes in for the Death Sentence play combo. There's the box in. He gets bursted by Exozen. Redemption will not heal him that much. They are just ignoring the turret. They don't care. Exozen gets a double. Kaigo is in deep space, trying to get Sachi. He is dismounted very low, but he does back away. Exo with a stun gets a dominating killing spree, while XDXP flashes away. And I think this is just pure cleanup. Get the bounty, not too close. Give the glory to Exozen.
There you go, Exozen godlike, and that might be MSK clearing the whole base out now. Wow, where do you go from here? I guess this is basically game in favor of MSK because they just wanna guard you, and they're not gonna give you a chance to get out of the base now.
This is game set with MSK winning the first game of the opening match on week 4. Day 2. Congratulations to MSK for a good start on their day. So, there you have it, guys. MSK, macro play-wise, they have it in. Split pushing power, they have it there. They have everything set this slide. Now they're closing the game as early as they can, which is good.
Yeah, nakakatakot yung pagka-close nila. Everything was super clean. Every objective was super clean. I don't know if that was because of Nunu, or maybe because of every lane contributing to the macro, to the push downs on the bottom, to the push downs on the top. I like how MSK did it, and I can't wait to see what happens on next game.
Let's actually hope that Infuse will fight back, because this is going to be a 2-game series. We will have game 2. Maybe MSK will be closing the game again for a clean sweep. We just have to wait for it. So on to the end game stats.
Wow, you can see the distribution. Not even much kills for the bot lane. They didn't even have to rely on the bot lane. The majority of it was on Kaigo and Exozen. Again, the mechanical outplays that I can spot 2, maybe 3 highlights from Exozen alone.
Yes, the single kill first blood started it all for Kaigo on the top lane, but Exo also followed up for his own play. So top and mid really performing well, and looking at damage dealt to champions. Look at that.
Wow,
monumental.
sobrang habol na habol. Yung tatlong laners natin with Celestial and Kaigo and Exozen, wow, all medyo patay, and that's a great first game for Celestial as well.
That's a really good first game for MSK against Infuse in match 1, and I hope for Infuse they do fight back in game 2 after the short break. So guys, there you have it. You just watched the Backest Pro Gaming Series 2017 Summer Split. Drive your energy, and we'll be back after a short break. Pandar's invading their side. There is the box for the slow zone. Maybe trying for a shockwave blade. It does connect after Hammond, but Axel comes in for the flag. Pandar's is very low. Axel goes on to Envy. He still survives. There's the song. Eggs in the hole will not be available. Just get Celestial gets a kill. Kaigo will be securing the kill on to Liar. So Ace in the hole still available.
Why, they're not
the
done.
stun will not connect on the Pandar's. He had his flash.
That's because of the confidence that they have.
Oh, DG goes in for the death sentence play combo. There's the box in. It gets bursted by Exozen. Redemption will not heal him that much. They are just ignoring the turret. They don't care. Exozen gets the double. Taigo is in deep face, trying to get Sachi. He is dismounted very low, but he does back away. Axo with a stun gets a dominating killing spree while XDXD flashes away. And I think this is just pure cleanup. Gets the bounty, not too close. Give the glory to Axozen.
There you go. Exozen godlike, and that might be Mineski clearing the whole base out now. Wow, where do you go from here? I guess this is basically game in favor of Mineski because they just want to guard you, and they're not going to give you a chance to get out of the base now.
This is game set with Mineski winning the first game of the opening match on week 4, day 2. Congratulations to Mineski for a good start in their day. So,